If you grew up playing the earlier generations of Pokemon, like Gens 1, 2, or 3, chances are you've probably heard of the spin-off Pokemon game known as Pokemon Coliseum, which was around the time of Gen 3. So unless you're glued to your game of Valorant, or never even played a Pokemon game, you're truly missing out. And if you haven't noticed already, this game took a massive turn from its usual Pokemon playstyle. At the time, the game was absolutely stunning, with its great visual design and its amazing music. There was even a sequel to Pokemon Coliseum named Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness in 2005, which wasn't nearly as good as Coliseum. Despite their ups and downs, both of the games are still worth playing to this day, and that's why I'm here to shed some light on Pokemon's forgotten masterpiece that is Pokemon Coliseum. Now, if you're not really the biggest fan of Nintendo stuff, be sure to follow my Twitch channel down below, which will mostly be non-Nintendo content. Anyways. Now you're probably asking yourself, who is this guy? Why the f do you spawn with a level 25 Umbreon Espeon? And why should I care? What you should know is that though many Pokemon games might seem totally lame, this game was a bit decent to say the least. Pokemon Coliseum, for its time, was a stunning 3D role-playing game that is viewed from a third-person perspective. The game was developed by Genius Sonority and was released for the Lunchbox in late November of 2003. As you've probably seen or heard somewhere, the classic Pokemon Stadium games had phenomenal 3D graphics. But Pokemon Coliseum was seen as the first true 3D Pokemon game. The one obvious thing that you'll notice about the game is that pretty much every duel is a double battle, meaning none of that casual single battle bullshit. Also, there are no random encounters, so those annoying ass trainers that sneak up behind you are pretty much nowhere to be found in Pokemon Coliseum. Another massive downside to the game is the fact that there are no wild Pokemon, which also sucked because the only way to actually get Pokemon was to steal them from other trainers. Pokemon Coliseum's soundtrack was a bit of an underrated Pokemon soundtrack in my opinion, and if you're a fan of Nintendo music, I'd honestly recommend listening to it. It's quite a short topic, but I think we can all agree that Nintendo has some real music gems out there. I mean, let's be real, who doesn't jam to a bit of Nintendo now and then? The music of Pokemon Coliseum fits the game perfectly, and I can guarantee that this is 100% due to its intense epic battles, its random encounters with the game's weird-ass characters, or even being around the overworld's beautiful yet somewhat scuffed details. But in all seriousness, the music was honestly amazing. The biggest aspect of Pokemon Coliseum was its graphics and gameplay, which was a bit criticized. However, the combat system was a great part of the game, and unlike the previous titles, while fighting in battle, the player could yoink or snag certain shadow Pokemon from other trainers, which is a whole nother explanation. And aside from the game's story mode, Pokemon Coliseum featured several battle modes for single player and multiplayer gameplay, such as the gang battle mode where up to 4 players can compete in a tournament. While in battle, the effects and abilities were a great part of the game, despite the game's criticized design. A ton of the Pokemon in this game just straight up looked amazing as well, especially the legendary Pokemon being Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. I mean, there's also an ending cutscene that features Ho-Oh for a brief moment, which was also great. But overall, the combat was seen by many as a direct upgrade from Pokemon Stadium 2, plus the whole story mode and all that. With the upcoming release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it truly is important to remember how great the older Pokemon games were so long ago. Pokemon Coliseum is far from a masterpiece. It was truly difficult to compete against amazing titles at the time, like Melee, Double Dash, and even Super Mario Sunshine, which were just all phenomenal. Coliseum is even regarded as one of the hardest, if not the hardest, official Pokemon game ever made. Though the two games sold pretty well on the GameCube, out of all the Pokemon games, Coliseum and Gale of Darkness are by far some of the more underrated and forgotten Pokemon games. Well, it is sadly about that time. Ms. Chat, much love to you guys for watching. If you have any Nintendo game suggestions at all, please let me know. Now, before you click off the video, try to stick around for these cool outros I've been doing. And for f***'s sake, be sure to check out my Twitch. But yeah, that's about it. See you guys in the next one. Peace!